Remember to leave a like for early news. Let's jump into it. What's up people, and welcome to this video. And in this video guys, we're gonna go ahead and talk a little about the next updates, which heroes are getting nerfed and which heroes are gonna get buffed. Like there's actually a ton of heroes which is getting buffed, and a ton of heroes getting nerfed, and a ton of heroes getting both nerfed and buffed and stuff like that. Just a ton of hero which they're changing up. So yeah, let's go and take a look at that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with a few heroes which is gonna get buffed. Then I'm gonna go and talk a little about the heroes that are gonna get nerfed. Then about heroes which is gonna get both nerfed and buffed. So first of all, the first hero which is gonna go ahead and get buffed is actually Natalya, and I do not really know what like they're gonna buff or what they're gonna do, but we will just go ahead and wait and look. But she's gonna go ahead and get the buff anyway. So another hero which is also gonna go ahead and get the buff is Kagura. They're actually gonna buff Kagura again. I'm not completely sure why, because in my opinion I feel like she's already pretty good. So why make her even better? I don't even know. I feel like she's really overpowered. Like honestly, why are they buffing her anymore? I don't really know. And the same goes for her. I don't really know what they're doing, but they're gonna buff her either way. So I'm showing you like the heroes like this, so it will be easier to like understand what I'm talking about. So Minotaur is actually gonna go and get another nerf, because I guess they didn't think they nerfed him enough, so they're gonna go and nerf him a bit more, which I think is actually pretty good, but I think he's still kind of overpowered, so they're gonna go and nerf him. So yeah, let's see, the next hero which is gonna get nerfed is Saber. They're gonna go and nerf him. No, I just started playing him like a lot, and now he's getting nerfed. Like that's really sad. And I just bought a skin for him as well. Really, are you gonna nerf him now when I bought a skin for him? Yeah, and I don't really know what they're gonna nerf. Maybe something with his sword or something like that, like this one, flying swords. I'm not completely sure, but we will go and see. And then the worst thing, literally the worst thing I have ever heard. Can you guess it? Can you guess it? Maybe you can actually. Alpha is getting another nerf. Have you heard of that? What in the world are they doing in Mobile Legends? Just nerf him once, do a big nerf instead of 5 small nerfs. It's like each nerf, I think, well, now they have to stop. Like, they have nerfed him so many times. Are they really gonna nerf him again? And then they do it. Like, Jesus Christ, this is most likely gonna stop. They're gonna keep nerfing him until he's so bad that they're gonna have to start buffing him again. Like, I don't even know. But he's gonna get nerfed again. Just insane how many times. This is the hero that they have nerfed the most. Like, that's just insane. This is gonna be the 5th time they are nerfing him. I don't even know. It's just insane. And another hero which I'm really disappointed that I'm gonna go and nerf, a hero that I recently started playing a lot more, Shu. They're gonna go ahead and nerf Shu. No, are you, why? One of my favorite heroes are gonna get nerfed again. Like, I feel like they're only nerfing like the heroes that I play. Like, when they're gonna go to nerf and buff heroes, they're gonna go and say, but let's go and take a look at what BluePanda is playing. Oh, look at that. He's playing Saber, so let's go and nerf that. Let's see, he's playing, oh, he started playing Shu. Let's go and nerf that as well. Which tag does he like? He like Minotaur, so let's go and nerf that. It's just so annoying. It feels like they're doing that. So let's keep going. So a hero that they're gonna buff and nerf is Hayabusa. So I have heard a lot of people saying that he's underpowered, and a lot of people want like to rework on Hayabusa. And honestly, I'm not really a big Hayabusa player. I don't really play him so much, so we're gonna see about that. But they're gonna nerf him and they're gonna buff him, so we will see what they do. And when I say nerf and buff, maybe they like nerf his damage and buff his cooldowns. Well, like, I don't even know. Buff his cooldown sounds really weird. Sounds like they're gonna go ahead and increase his cooldown, but no. I honestly don't know what they're gonna do, but we're just gonna see. So another hero which they're gonna buff and nerf. Jesus Christ, people are inviting me right now. Alice is gonna get nerfed and buff. And I feel like they're actually gonna buff her more than what they're gonna nerf her, because in my opinion, Alice is actually pretty good, but there's not a lot of people playing her, so they might go ahead and buff her just to make people play her more, but they're also gonna nerf her, so we will see about that. Let's see, another hero which is gonna get nerfed and buff. Let's see if I can find her here. Here we go. They're gonna go ahead and nerf and buff Corina, and if I would guess, they're most likely gonna nerf her damage, because she's dealing a ton of damage. I mean, like 2 weeks ago, I like Corina players just like went through the roof. Like literally every single game I played I saw Corina, and then after the last patch, which were like a week ago, where they nerfed Corina so she couldn't tank towers anymore, I didn't like see her so much in the games anymore, but she's gonna get the nerf and buff again. So I mean a nerf and a buff in the next update, so we will see. I would guess they're gonna nerf her attack damage even more, but really sad now, because you don't really see Corina players anymore, really sad. But yeah, we'll see about that. She's gonna get the buff as well, so maybe she will be a bit stronger. Another hero which I'm pretty excited for, which they're gonna buff and nerf as well, is Dora. And I don't really know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna buff and nerf her. And like this character deals a ton of damage, and we will just see what they're gonna do with her. Another hero which they are gonna nerf and buff. I feel like there's a ton of people which they're like nerfing and buffing, but Gord! They're gonna nerf and buff Gord, and I am pretty sure they're gonna buff him more than what they're gonna nerf him, just because I like never see Gords in action. Like I never see anyone play Gord. The only time I see people playing Gord is like literally in Brawl. Like that is it. I never see them in like matchup or any ranked games, so I would guess they're gonna buff him more than what they're gonna nerf him, but we're gonna see about, because I don't think they're gonna nerf him so much. Like that would be pretty stupid. Like no one, like almost no one is playing Gord, so nerfing him won't be pretty stupid. So a quite obvious nerf and buff, which I were expecting a lot, is the new hero Ji-San-Shin, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna nerf him more than what they are gonna buff him. But the thing is, I feel like his abilities is pretty unbalanced, because his ultimate is extremely strong, and then like the other builds it doesn't really do much. This second ability, yeah, it does, like it deals quite a lot of damage. But I mean, every time you play a game with Ji-San-Shin, you get like the most damage in your team dealt to the enemy team. But it's not like because you have dealt a lot of damage with your like auto attack stuff like that. It's because your ultimate is dealing so much damage to the whole enemy team so fast. Like in 3 attacks, each of them dealing 165 points of damage to the full team. So that's 165 times 3 times 5. I don't even know how much that is, and just using that a lot. But I don't even know. They're gonna nerf him and buff him. I guess he will be more nerfed than buffed. Look at that, it looks pretty goddamn cool. So another hero which is gonna get a nerf and buff, which I'm really happy about, but I know a few of you guys will be pretty sad. Let's see where she is. It's a she. There we go. Fanny. Fanny's gonna get nerfed and buff. So she have been nerfed quite a lot of times. So I'm gonna guess that they're gonna nerf her more than what they're gonna buff her, because she's always way too strong, just because she can jump around so much. But we're gonna see what they're gonna do. I would guess they're gonna nerf her more than what they're gonna buff her. But we will just wait and see. So they're also gonna go ahead and do some bug fixes. This guy doesn't give up, huh? So let's see. They are gonna go ahead and fix a bug with Akai. I'm not completely sure what the bug is, because I haven't really played him so much, but I've heard it is something with his jump, I think. Something with like the visual effects or something. I'm not completely sure, so don't ask me. But something with Akai is gonna get fixed, so we're gonna see about that. So another hero which they're gonna bug fix is actually, see where she is, Lolita. They're gonna go ahead and bug fix her, and I've heard that she has some kind of a trouble with her like shield. When she gets stunned or something, she will still have her shield, and the shield will still be blocking damage. And apparently they're gonna go ahead and remove that, so the shield doesn't like work when she gets stunned or something like that. But guys, that was all of the bugs and fixes and nerfs and buffs. The nerf that I'm saddest about is Saber, because I recently started playing him a lot. So really sad that they're gonna go ahead and nerf him. As well as Shu. But I really get the Shu nerf. Like, he's insane. He has so much crowd control, it's just insane. Take a look at that. It says specialty, charge and burst damage. That's completely wrong. It should say like crowd control. Like, holy shit. He can stun 3 times if he uses his combo correctly. He can knock up the enemy 2 times, like knock them away. Just insanely. So I really get why they are gonna nerf him. So yeah, but you can go and comment down below which of these nerfs slash buffs are you most happy about and most sad about. Go and comment down below. But guys, that was all for this video. I really hope you like it, and I hope I'll see you next video, guys. But as always, thank you for watching.